Shabbat Shalom. We made it. We made it to Shabbat. We're here. Welcome to everyone who's here in person. So good to see you all. Everyone joining us on YouTube. Thanks for being with us. I'm Noah, if you don't know me, musical davening leader here at TBZ. And on our journey with us, co-piloting is Sam Tigel, longtime TBZ member and rabbinical student, and grateful to be leading together. And Ron on drums, so great to have you back. And all of us shaping our experience together, welcome, welcome, welcome. Inviting us all to come up to the candles together if you'd like to welcome Shabbat. So all week, hi Myron, Shabbat Shalom. All week, I feel like I ask the question, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Right? Getting to each next thing, are we there yet? Are we there yet? And on Shabbat, we just get to drop the T. And we get to ask, are we here yet? Are we here yet? Are we here yet? Moment by moment, just getting to be here. And this moment of candlelighting is a portal. It's one of many windows, doorways that we walk through on the way into Shabbat. Each of the Psalms we're going to sing sitting around our Shabbat meal, whatever our Shabbat practices are, they're each portals to get more and more into Shabbat, more and more here. You need to ask the question, are we here yet? Are we here yet? So I invite you to just take a moment. This moment of candle lighting is a portal it's a real opening for prayer, as is the rest of our service. But just take a moment and think about one place in the world or place in your heart that could really use some light right now, that you want to bring light into or send light out to as we light candles and ask, are we here yet? Holy One of blessing, your presence fills creation. Your presence fills creation. Oh, your presence fills creation. Holy One of blessing, your presence fills creation. Your presence fills creation. Oh, your presence fills creation. We take 3 times from the light of the candles. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Eloheinu melech haolam, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kichanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu le'hadlik ner, le'hadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat shalom. Come back. Beverly, it's so beautiful what you did here. Added a little curtain there. Love that. For those who don't know, Beverly is the amazing artist behind our beautiful Faith Quilt project, and is now gifted us with this beautiful new Bima cover and is always adding things. I love seeing it develop. Thank you for everything you bring. We begin our journey, take our next step on our portal. This next step of portals into Shabbat on page 2, the first line of the last stanza, Higalena. Saying, God, please don't hide from us. Reveal yourself. Higale, gale, gale, na, ufros, habibi Allah. So it's our practice at TBZ to take each of the Psalms of Kabbalat Shabbat as they are connected to each day of the week, and to pause for a moment before each Psalm and take a moment to just reflect on that day of the week. It's a little hard, especially at the beginning, to remember what happened last Saturday night and Sunday. I mean, I don't know that I am going to be able to remember. But the point is not to remember everything that happened, but to tap into the energy of that week, whatever is still sitting in you from that day, and to try to pick something to lift up from that day. And then, as Rav Claudia teaches us, the hardest part is to let go of the rest. To just let go. Whatever else happened on that day, we just let go as we come into Shabbat. So to lift up one piece and to let go of the rest. So that's what we'll do. We'll pause before each psalm, and maybe Sam or I will offer a few words of Torah. We'll see. We let it be spontaneous. But we'll pause for some silence and allow ourselves to reflect and lift up moments from our week and let go of the rest. So we start with Sunday, Yom Rishon. Page 3 at the top. Lechu niranena l'Adonai nariya letzur hishenu nekad rafanav betodah bizmirot nariya lo yalanai yananai Yom Sheni, Monday.
Yalos Sadai. In Psalm 96 is our first introduction into this concept of the more than human world, is the introduction into the idea that not just human beings sing, not just human beings recognize the wonder and beauty of life and the source of life, but also creatures and trees and fields all sing out. And we're joining with, I can see some gorgeous trees just out the window right here that, God willing, will join us in this song. And that's kind of the we're expanding our consciousness to be not just with us in this room, but all of the other life that lives and breathes and sings and praises.
Ya'alon Sadai V'chol asher bo Ya'alon Sadai Ay 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 Ya'alon Sadai V'chol asher bo Ya'alon Sadai Ay 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 Adiranenu Kol Asei Adiranenu Kol Asei Adiranenu Kol Asei Adiranenu Kol Asei Ya'alon Sadai V'chol asher bo Ya'alon Sadai Ay 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 Ya'alon Sadai V'chol asher bo Ya'alon Sadai Ay 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 Adiranenu Kol Asei Adiranenu Kol Asei Adiranenu Kol Asei Adiranenu Kol Asei Ya'alon Sadai V'chol asher bo Ya'alon Sadai Ay 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 Ya'alon Sadai V'chol asher bo Ya'alon Sadai Ay 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 Adiranenu Kol Asei Adiranenu Kol Asei Adiranenu Kol Asei Adiranenu Kol Asei Ya'alon Sadai V'chol asher bo Ya'alon Sadai Ay 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 Ya'alon Sadai V'chol asher bo Ya'alon Sadai Ay 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 Yom Shlishi, Tuesday. Or Zarua Latzadik, Uli Yishrei Lev Simcha. As we enter this Shabbat, this liminal time, we are finishing Rosh Chodesh, the first day of the month of Av. We're entering into the 9 days leading up to Tisha B'Av. And I've been thinking about what really is this energy of the 9 days and of Tisha B'Av. And as some of you know, I run an educational farm and garden over at Gan Academy. And we have a Jewish calendar garden with one bed for each month of the calendar. And I think that the Av bed is actually my favorite. Because in the Av bed, we have planted walking onions. So I don't know if you know what a walking onion is, but if you don't, I'll explain it to you. A walking onion has an onion bulb at the bottom, and then grows a stalk, like a scallion, and then has these little clusters of baby onions that grow at the top of the scallion. And out of those baby onions grows another scallion, another stalk, and more baby onions at the end. And what happens is, over time, those onions on the top get so heavy that the plant falls over. Okay, I'll tell you what happens next in a minute. But the Av is a time of mourning, right? Tisha B'Av is our day where we take all the bad things that have happened to us and put it on one day. And our teacher, Rabbi Eben Leder, I heard from many years ago, when he used to teach at the school where I teach at Gan Academy, together with our teacher, Bona Haberman, on Yom HaShoah, not on Tisha B'Av, but on our other mourning day, on our Holocaust Remembrance Day, brought in a bag of onions and told the students to peel them with their bare hands. Now, why would he have done this? Why would they have done this? Because they wanted the onions to elicit the crying response, knowing that as moderns, we have a lot of tears stuck in our tear ducts, and sometimes we need a little bit of facilitation to let them come out, even as there's so much to mourn and so much grief to move through us. So the onions are a symbol of really feeling our grief, of feeling our feelings. Tisha B'Av, this day of destruction and of mourning. But it doesn't end there, right? Tisha B'Av sets us on a journey, right? Destruction also opens space for something else to grow. And so when the walking onion falls, those little onions that made no sense before, all of a sudden have their moment. As they fall and touch the ground, they begin to sprout roots. And they grow and sprout a whole new onion. And that's how the onion walks. It falls over, it plants itself, and it starts growing again. And I think that this plant not only teaches us how to mourn as we peel it and we feel our tears start to come forth, but it tells the story of the Jewish people that we tell on Tisha B'Av. We rise, sometimes we fall, but we rise again. And wherever we spread in diaspora, we learn how to root ourselves and grow new shoots wherever we are. That we can be on new soil and find nourishment and grounding. So as I look at this pasuk, Or zarua la tzadik uli yishrei lev simcha, light is seeded onto the righteous. I think that is not a fact always, that whoever is righteous gets light seeded into them, but is actually, that is the response of the righteous person to what happens in the world. That when there's destruction, when there's hardship, what does the righteous person know to do? To plant light, to find the light that's seeded in them. Right, there's a beautiful quote, not from our tradition, that's been attributed to many other traditions, that says, they tried to bury us, they didn't know we were seeds. They tried to bury us, they didn't know we were seeds. That's the message of Tisha B'Av to Tu B'Av of this whole season, of resilience, of being of leaning into that Or Zarua La Tzadik. So that's my invitation for us for these 9 days, or 8 days ahead, to find the way that light is seeded us, that we, in response to tragedy, can feel our feelings, and then seed for what comes next. And to not skip the step to go straight to the seeding, to feel, to open up that onion with our bare hands and let the tears come, and then to seed and see what comes up. Page 6 in the bold. Yom Revi'i, Wednesday.
For this psalm, Psalm 98, we return to the more than human world.
Can you hear? I'll turn it up.
Well, thank you. We return to the more than human world on page 8 in Psalm 98. Not the bold part at the very bottom, but 2 lines up from that. Yiram hayam umilo'o. The sea calls out, yells out, cries out. The sea and all that is in it. And we're told in the Zohar that at this time of year, the thing that is calling out, the thing that is rumbling below the surface of the sea, is none other than the mighty Leviathan. Defeated and cast down at the beginning of time, the Leviathan shakes its scales and begins to rise to the surface, bearing in its fins a crystal, a gem, that is actually a tear from the Kadosh Baruch Hu, from the Holy Blessed One, from God, God's self. So it's not just our tears that come up at this time and need to be expressed, but the tears of the source of life itself. And perhaps some of the songs that we offer, some of the songs, these can be comforting songs that can comfort us and the divine within us. And that comfort can radiate up and up and up, all of the levels, all of the cosmic levels, and knock something loose on high. So let's sing a song of comfort to these words. Yiram hayam umilo.
Yiram hayam Yom Chamishi, Thursday. Romemu, page 9 in the bowl. Adonai Eloheinu, ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho. Romemu, Adonai Eloheinu, ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho. Ay, 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 ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu rolemu. Oh, ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu rolemu. Ay, ay, rolemu. Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho. Rolemu. Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho. Ay, 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 ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu rolemu. Oh, ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu rolemu. Ay, ay, rolemu. Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho. Rolemu. Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho. Ay, 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 ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu rolemu. Oh, ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu rolemu. Ay, 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 rolemu. Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho. Rolemu. Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho. Ay, 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 ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu rolemu. Oh, ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu rolemu. Rolemu. Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho. Romemu. Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu le'ar kodsho. Yom Shishi, Friday, today. Can't remember what happened today. Bottom of page 10. Adonai Lamabul Yashav Vayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam Adonai Oz Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. So not only do I feel like I need Shabbat, and I imagine we need Shabbat today, the world needs Shabbat. There's so much that our world can learn from Shabbat, and so our practice at TBZ is that we bring Shabbat in and we bring Shabbat out to the world. So when we get to the last stanza of L'Chadodi, you're all invited to come out to the stairs. Those on YouTube, you won't see us for a minute, but you'll still hear us. The microphones will still work on the stairs, and we'll go out to bring Shabbat in as she's coming to greet us from Beacon Street. And we'll bring Shabbat out to the world. We'll bring Shabbat out because the world so needs Shabbat. So needs Shabbat. Page 12. Lecha dodi likat kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Lecha dodi likat kala pene Shabbat mekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad ishmi'anu el yuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad v'shemo tiferet v'zilah lecha dodi likat kala b'nei Shabbat lekavela lecha dodi likat kala b'nei Shabbat lekavela likat Shabbat lecho v'nelcha ki mekor merosh mikedem netzucha sof maaseh b'machshava tefila lecha dodi likat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela lecha dodi likat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela. Mikdash melech melucha u'mitzei mitoch ha'pecha orav l'chshevet v'yemek ha'vacha ve'hu yachamol alayich chamla lecha dodi likat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela lecha dodi likat kala b'nei Shabbat nekavela itnari me'afar kumi limshi b'idei tifartechani al yad b'nishai v'talachmi Likras Kala,
Likras Kala,
Penei Shabbat,
Penei Shabbat,
Nekabela,
Nekabela,
Olech Adoidi, Likras Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela, Lo Tevoshi, Velo Tikalmi, Mati Shokachi, Matzemi, Bach Yesu, Ani Ehami, Benimnesa, Iraltira, Lech Adodi, Likras Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela, Olech Adoidi, Likras Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela, V'hayulim Shitza, Shotzai, V'rachaku, Yom V'alai, Yatziz Alai, Elohai, Yisos Lehem, Be'ahasa, V'chadodi, Likras Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela, Olech Adodi, Likras Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela, Yaminu Smo, Tifrotzi, V'yet Adonai, Daritzi, Hayarish, Benitarti, Benismecha, Benagila, Lech Adodi, Likras Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela, Olech Adodi, Likras Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela, Olech Adodi, Likras Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela, Olech Adodi, Likras Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela, Boi v'shalom, Ateretz v'alam, Gam v'simcha, ugdola, toch emunei, am segula, boi chala, boi chala. Lech Adodi, Likras Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela, 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 Likras Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela, Olech Adodi, Likras Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabela. Good Shabbos.
Shabbos.
Page 15. Tov lo dot ladonai. It's good to be grateful. It's good to be grateful. What are we grateful for this evening? Really, you can shout them out. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful for you. Family, TBZ. Right here, right now. I'm just repeating it so the YouTube can hear. What? The night off. Amen, amen, amen. Health, good health. Amen for all these things and so much more. Tov lehodot ladonai ulezamer leshimcha elyon. Tov lehodot ladonai ulezamer leshimcha elyon. להגיד בבוקר חסדך באמונתך בלילות. להגיד בבוקר חסדך באמונתך בלילות. Page 16, 3 lines up from the bottom. Edotecha. Edotecha. Emlu meod. Leveischa. Nava kodesh. Edotecha. Emlu meod. Adonai leorech yamim.
Shabbos.
Shabbos.
Oh my gosh, it's such a treat to be here. I've davened in this community so many times, and it's really sweet to be up here and get to help Noah out and play with Ron. I'm going to share a few words of Torah. We are reaching the end, we are at the end of the book of Bamidbar, our book in the wilderness, called Numbers often, but I want to focus on the wilderness part, and in particular, we have a double portion this week, and in the second of those double portions, it's called Masei, wanderings or journeyings. And in this portion, we begin with a long list of everywhere that we went, everywhere that we came, and everywhere that we went. So it says we went from such and such place to such and such place, and then we went from such and such place to such and such other place. And in fact, if you're reading this in English, it looks completely ridiculous, because it's like we went from weird Hebrew transliteration to other weird Hebrew transliteration. And I was so struck by this list when I was studying the Parsha this week, and I was thinking about it because it creates this map of where the Israelites went during their desert wanderings. But there's almost nothing in the way of narrative. There's nothing in the way of commentary. It doesn't say what we did in those places. It doesn't say whether the things we did there were good or bad. And, for those of you who have been following along, in the book of Bamidbar, it's a lot of bad. It's a lot of, we made some mistakes, some people lied, some people tried to rebel, some people got killed, a lot of people got killed. But yet, when we had this list, there's no judgment. It just says, we went from here, and then we ended up here. And we went from there, and then we ended up somewhere else. And so often in our own day-to-day lives, when we recall our wanderings, when we recall what happened, what we did, we map them out with harsh judgments, with clinging and attachment. We create a narrative about our lives, about our successes and our failures. We think, well, this week I did this right, this week I did this wrong, and I wish I'd done something else. Next time I'll do something different. And it's really tempting at the end of a week to go into Shabbat really stuck thinking monomaniacally focused on this annotated map of everything that went right and everything that went wrong, and already prognosticating and thinking about the next week. But this is actually the opposite of the invitation that our ancestors give us for Shabbat. And Shabbat invites us to let these narratives go, to sink into a complete rest, and trust that for 25 hours, or more if we want, our work is done. There's nothing to fix. Our memories and our wanderings, they're just that, just names and landmarks, facts that happened, but unattached to judgment, pattern, or meaning. We try to live into this idea on Shabbat that there's no need to fix or do anything differently. As the great late Buddhist teacher Thich Nhat Hanh, Zichrono Livracha, may his memory be for a blessing, often would say, we have arrived. We are home. And so, as we sink into the ancient words, melodies, and meditations of our more introspective evening service, I invite you to leave the narratives and the judgments behind, to find a little home, a little holy temple in the moment. And when those memories and thoughts from the week or about next week come, as they inevitably will, simply let them be what they are, without judgment or clinging, and return your mind to the words of the Siddur, or the melody, or your breath. And I invite you to really drink in the present moment. Drink in Shabbat. Trust in the wisdom of your body. Trust in the wisdom of our ancestors and the wisdom of this holy community that chose to share this moment together on a Friday night and try to create something kind of out of nothing. And together we can celebrate this palace in time that is our Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. Now, now we'll move into the Mariv service, the evening service, which begins on page
19.
19, thank you. And if you'll join me in rising in body or spirit for the Baruch Hu, we call each other into prayer. Baruch Hu et Adonai Amevora.
Baruch.
In Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam. Rachma Poteach Sherim Van. Svanim Sedet Kochav Yeshatem. Umhavir yom umevi laila Umavdil ben yom uven laila Adonai tzvaot shemo El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Hamari v'aravi Avat olam et Yisrael amcha v'avta with an everlasting love. You have loved your people, that's us, the house of Israel. You've given us Torah and commandments, laws and justice and statutes you have taught to us, so that we could teach them and we could learn them and wrestle with them all throughout the week, and rest in them on Shabbos. Yehem chayenu ve'orech yameinu uvahem negei yomam v'layla ve'avatcha tasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Noev amo Yisrael. The Shema on the next page. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך תעזוב ביתך ובישעריך והיום שמות ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור דבר אל בני ישראל ותלם סולם ציצית וביום אותם נפתי אתכם בידכם ציצית ויתם אותו זכותם את כל מצוות אדוני עשיתם Adonai Elohechem Continue on page 25. Emunah kol zot v'kayem aleinu ki hu Adonai Eloheinu zu atov. ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל הכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ואמרו כולם מי כמוך האלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נאמר Leilot Osef Elei Malchutecha v'ahuvanecha bokeh yam lifnei Moshe Zeli anu ve'ameru Adonai imloch leolam poed ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלום יד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו lay us down Hashem our God to wholeness and peace and stand us up in the morning and spread over us your canopy of peace. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Baruch atah Adonai, apores sukat shalom aleinu. El kol amo Yisrael, ve'ha Yerushalayim, ve'lo kol ha'olam.
Amen.
Rise in body or spirit. V'shameru
Page 27.
b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam merid olam beini uvein bnei Yisrael oti le'olam ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz ubayom hashevi shavat vayinafash Yitkadal ve'yitkadash shemei rabbah Be'alma divrach chirutei ve'amlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael v'agala u'bizman kari ve'imeru
Amen.
Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach Le'olam u'lamei almaya Yitbarach ve'yishtabach V'yitbar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal Shemei kodeshah Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma ve'imeru.
Amen. We take time now for the silent Amidah, starting on page 29, all the way until page 39. It's our custom, if you want to find a different place to stand, connected to our faith quilts, chesed and gevura, loving kindness and strength and boundaries, or tiferet, the balance, harmony in the middle. So we'll take some time for our own silent Amidah, our own silent prayer between page 29 and 39. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, Yah, my rock and my Redeemer. Ve'asu li mikdash ve'shachanti betocham v'anachnu nevarech Yah me'ata ve'ad olam. Ay, 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 sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and with thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. We continue Sam leading us in Aleinu on page 44. We rise as we're able in body or spirit.
Aleinu l'shabeach le'adon hakol לתת קדושה ליוצר בראשית שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות ולא שמנו ממשפחות האדמה שלא שם חלקנו עמהם וגורלנו עם כל המונם ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
אחד. You may be seated. This week at TBZ, we commemorate the yahrzeits of Louise Annenberg, Lester Annenberg, George Branch, Jack Borowski, Ann Sharonson, Deborah DeWitt, Stanley Haber, Moshe Lahav, Samuel Roy Lawrence, Martha Lehner, Sarah Musicant, Charlotte Robinson, Daniel Small, David Stein, Arthur Tapper, Abraham Unger. Anyone like to add a name? Someone observing a yard site or in a period of mourning? So if you're observing a yard site or in a period of mourning, or if it's your custom to rise for Mourner's Kaddish, we rise for Mourner's Kaddish, page 48. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma divrach chirtei ve'almich malchutei. B'chayechon u'vyomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen.
Amen.
Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yit'alal shemei dekudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechemata. De'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shalom Rabba min shamaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mramav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel. V'imru amen.
Amen.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbos.
What a joy to bring in Shabbat with you all, to daven with you all, to daven with you, Ron, and to daven with you, Sam. Thank you both for bringing your Torah, your music, your presence, your life. Thank you so much. There's no one scheduled to give announcements, right? I don't want to steal anyone's thunder, but I'm ready to go. Okay. See you back here in the morning, 9 a.m. Torah study, and 10 a.m. davening with myself and Rabbi Daniel Klein. This week on Thursday, August 4th, Rabbi Or Rose, TBZ member, is going to be teaching a class on Zoom, getting ready for Tisha B'Av, called By the Waters of Babylon, Exilic Yearnings Past and Present. Okay, it took me a minute to figure out what exilic means. I think it has to do with exile.
That's the one.
I was like, is it an elixir? No, it's maybe anyways. That sounds cool. So Or Rose teaching on Thursday night, Rabbi Or Rose. And then we'll be here next Shabbat. And then for Tisha B'Av on Saturday, Tisha B'Av starts on Saturday night. We'll gather here at 9 p.m. for meditation, followed by Mariv and reading of Eicha. So that'll be here in person as well as live stream to YouTube. And then the next day, we're hosting here at TBZ outside on the steps together with the Truah clergy. Truah is the rabbinic call for human rights, and Rav Claudia is on the board. So we'll be gathering with Truah rabbis and cantors, as well as it's also co-sponsored by Kavod for a Tisha B'Av public lament here from 5 to 6 on Sunday at the TBZ steps. Public lament with Truah clergy and Kavod. That should be very powerful. We're back in Griggs Park on August 12th, Friday night. So not next Friday night, but the one after that. Rav Tiferet and Sarah, one of our new rabbinic interns, will be leading in Griggs Park. Kabbalat Shabbat at 6 p.m. And the last thing I'll say is we have one more week of farm stand out at the Gann Farm in Waltham. Our interns, our teen interns, would love to welcome you to the land, share some of our abundant produce, give you a farm tour, say hello to the chickens, and spend a little time. So from 4 to 6 on Tuesdays, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on next Tuesday, my interns are hosting my teen interns are hosting a farm stand out at Gann Academy Farm. Would love to see you there. So we'll bless each other, and we'll have a little kiddush, and then you're welcome. There's a little snack. Welcome to schmooze on the stairs a little bit. Have a little snack together. A little oneg on the stairs, as we've gotten to do in this time. And Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
So come close. We'll bless each other. Come close, come close. Check in with your neighbor if they want to be connected physically or wirelessly, you know. Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha. Ve'yichuneka yiz Adonai panav elecha. Ve'yatzem lecha shalom. So after Kiddush, I invite you to schmooze. Introduce yourself to someone new. We have some people here who come every Friday night, some people who maybe it's their first time or their second time or haven't been in a long time. So let's do that work of weaving community. Introduce yourself to someone new. Alyssa and Peter, second week in a row. First time was last week, second week. I bet you're going to be here next week too. I hope to see you. You're on a good streak. We're thrilled to have you, and so many of you. If we haven't met, introduce yourself to me. I think I've met almost everyone here now, but Sarei Chaverai,
L'chaim,
Sarei Chaverai,
L'chaim.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Borei Peri HaGafen.
Amen.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu V'Shabbat Kodsho be'avav ratzon inchilanu Zikaron le'maaseh v'reishit Ki hu yom techila le'mikra'ei kodesh Zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim Ki vanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta Im kol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. L'chaim. Shabbat Shalom. Here we go. Shalom Imrama. Shalom Aleinu. Be'er Israel. Be'al kol yoshei tevel. Ve'imru. Amen. Oh, hey, la 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 la. Shabbat Shalom!
Good Shabbos.